Hello, great people. Based on the judgment of Justice Joyce Abdulmalik that was given against Rivers State government that no penny, no kobo, no shishi should be given to Rivers State, the judge has ordered the CBN, the Minister of Finance, and even commercial banks that Rivers State is using that no kobo should be given. That shows that Nyesom Wike is ahead. That shows that Nyesom Wike is winning. That shows that Nyesom Wike is like a blazing fire. Now, the question is, how can Fubara act and how can it tame Nyesom Wike before it is too late? That is what we want to be discussing in this episode of Politics with Dr. Omosoladeji, your favorite political scientist. Do well to subscribe to this channel. Now, with the way things are going, definitely Wike seems to be unstoppable. So Fubara must act fast to see how we can stop Nyesom Wike. Else, Fubara will be gone because the judgment that was delivered at the appeal court before now said the pro-Wike lawmakers are the authentic faction, not the pro-Fubara lawmakers, that Governor Siminalayi Fubara should go and represent the budget to them. Now, there's another judgment from a lower court today, which is the High Court, that the allocation should be stopped. So it shows that the court has already agreed for them to take that action to stop the allocation. The court has agreed that Siminalayi Fubara is committing an infraction, is committing a gross violation of the Constitution. That is the basis of which the court gave that judgment. What am I trying to say? If they start an impeachment proceeding against Siminalayi Fubara, then Siminalayi Fubara is a goner, because the court that Siminalayi Fubara can run to, based on the reason why they want to impeach him, has already affirmed by at least two judgments now at the appeal court and High Court that Siminalayi Fubara is committing an infraction. But let me give you my personal opinion, with profound respect to my Lord Justices. Siminalayi Fubara, to me, has not committed any infraction because the Nyesom Wike guys, the pro-Wike guys, truly decamped. I can say it as a political scientist that know what decamping means. If you go to the floor of the National Assembly, of the State House of Assembly, and you announce your defection, you allegedly swore to an affidavit, there are videos of you whereby you held something like a mini rally where you were singing on your mandate, "We shall stand." We are not fools. But then, I am not surprised because we've seen election in this country, the Adeleke of Osun State, Oyetola round one, the first election that they did that ran into rerun. And during the rerun election, people were beating blue-black, but allegedly by talks loyal to APC. The court affirmed that election in favor of Oyetola. The election of Yaya Bello, where police helicopter was allegedly flying in Kogi State, and there were shots fired from the air into allegedly peaceful voters. The court affirmed that election. The election of Ganduje second term, when it entered into rerun, that Ganduje, the current chairman of APC, was carrying cement on his head, at a building site, at a construction site, just to kind of like show that he is a friend of the masses. That election, with the violence that greeted that rerun, was affirmed by the court. So ordinarily, there are some judgment that you will see that you will not be surprised. But how can Fubara tame Nyesom Wike? If he doesn't, then Fubara may be a goner. See, Fubara need to clip the wings of Wike, because by this judgment, it's like a man that is falling. And wise are the one that said a man that is already down fears no fall. So what can he do? Fubara need to first hurriedly go and meet the Tinubu boys. He needs to meet the Tinubu boys. This kind of thing had happened in Lagos State, not by a court judgment, but Obasanjo withheld the allocation of Lagos State. Lagos State survived. Fubara needs to go and get the template from Tinubu boys. How did Lagos survive at that point in time? They need to review to him. When they review to him how Lagos was able to survive, he can copy that template, because Rivers State is not a terrible state in terms of potential, right? Rivers State is not a terrible state. Rivers State will be earning a bit of substantial IGR one way or the other. So how did they do it at that point in time? Were they getting loan? Were they getting, did they employ promissory note? What did they do precisely Fubara needs to meet the Tinubu boys so that he can get that template from them on how to survive, at least for the meantime, And now, Fubara need to hire the best brains of lawyers. Because if, now that the High Court has given a judgment and is dissatisfied, they need to approach the appeal court. The appeal court has already delivered a judgment on the subject matter that Fubara is acting in violation of the Constitution. So it will be difficult for the Court of Appeal to give a judgment or to grant a stay of execution that will be in contrary to the judgment, a substantive judgment that it has earlier given. So that's why Fubara must be very strategic at this point in time. One of the things Fubara can do is to set up a panel of inquiry to investigate Wike. Fubara served under Wike's government. He is the current governor of Rivers State. He knows all the secrets, in quote, of Nyesom Wike, where money is, where houses are, all those kind of things. He knows it. Just as Usman Ododo of Kogi State knows the secret of Yaya Bello, the immediate past governor that left just recently, the one being wanted by EFCC. So he needs to set up an investigative panel. Now, that will tame Wike because Wike is a current public official and he won't want some secrets to leak out into the open. Why do I recommend this? There was a time that they were threatening to impeach Fubara. They were threatening him seriously. It was the threat was at its peak then. Then Fubara made a statement that he wants to set up a panel of inquiry to investigate the administration of Nyesom Wike. Days after that time, the kind of like aggressiveness from the Wike camp doused significantly. We didn't hear much from the Wike camp at that point in time. So does that signal that Wike fears probe? And there was a video making the rounds of one Honorable Ewo that is in the Wike camp before that alleged that Wike stole as much as 2 trillion naira of River State money in the 8 years that he served as governor. 2 trillion naira, if it is true, is a huge amount of money. And Fubara will know where some of these monies are. He knows if it is abroad, he knows some of those countries because he served under the administration of Wike. And for Wike to say, come and succeed me, that means that he must be a trusted ally of Wike. So Fubara will know some dirty secret in quote, if I may use that word. So it's now time for him to strike back when the iron is up by setting up an investigative panel to probe the administration of Wike. That will send Coach Shiva down the spine of Wike. Another thing that Fubara can do to clip the weeks of Wike is to meet a respectable statesman like Obasanjo or preferably Jonathan, because Tinubu may respect Jonathan more than Obasanjo because Jonathan has, they tackle people like that. You understand? Obasanjo, if you see, go talk. Obasanjo even condemned the administration recently. But Jonathan is a man that keeps quiet, which is what the Tinubu guys like. So Fubara should already go and meet Goodluck Jonathan and tell him to help him discuss with Tinubu, to table this matter before Tinubu so that they can find a political solution. I believe that if Tinubu orders Wike today to cease and desist, that you've been a governor, allow Fubara to have his own tenure too. Any of your grievance, it will be addressed in 2027. 2027 is just around the corner. I believe that Goodluck Jonathan has that pedigree to speak before Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I think that if Goodluck Jonathan has not asked anything from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he stands his ground that this is what I want from you, I want this. After this, don't do anything again for me. But if you can do this for me, I'm okay. Trust me, I don't, the esprit de corps spirit also applies to the presidency or between incumbent president and past president, because they often need themselves as well. So I believe that Goodluck Jonathan can do a lot of magic. But then the moral high ground for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to speak to Nyesom Wike is another ball game entirely, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself is a godfather. He has held Lagos State by the jugular since 1999. He has been the one determining who governs Lagos State. So you may want to ask yourself about the moral high ground that he will use to preach to somebody like Nyesom Wike to pipe down, when he is the one that has made Godfatherism more pronounced than any other person in Nigeria. Even Obasanjo, Buhari, you see now, Buhari is a godfather of nobody, despite the fact that he just left as president. Now, another thing Fubara can do is to meet somebody like Ganduje or a friendly APC governor. A friendly APC governor or the APC national chairman. See, for the fact that Fubara is a sitting governor, he has a lot of advantage because it's not easy to win a state. It's not easy to be in control of a state, especially an oil-rich state like Rivers State, a strategic state like Rivers State. It is not easy to be in control of such a state. So if Fubara meets friendly APC governors or Wike's enemy, for instance, somebody like Adams Oshiomhole, Wike supported Godwin Obaseki. When during the Godwin Obaseki's second term, Obaseki won, and Oshiomhole lost his position as APC national chairman at that time. So Oshiomhole will not be like a perfect friend of Nyesom Wike, even if they are not enemies. And Oshiomhole will take his pound of flesh if he has the opportunity. So if you meet somebody like Oshiomhole, who is a good friend to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he tables the matter before Adams Oshiomhole, definitely they can give him a soft landing. You remember it is Oshiomhole too that said if you join APC that your sins are forgiven. So can Fubara kind of like cajole them and kind of like consider joining APC? You may not agree with me on this, but I believe that it is better to be in the APC, whereby you have that presidential protection, whereby you have that strong network, the party in power at the central, than for you to be removed unceremoniously. You understand? So Fubara, will it be right for him to consider joining APC? Because trust me, sincerely, if Fubara joins APC today, and those local government chairmen that are loyal to him, that won the election in his proxy party, APP, if Fubara they come today and declare for APC, trust me, there will be a kind of like power tussle between him and Nyesom Wike in the APC. And trust me, by Nyesom Wike's action and antecedent, it's not everybody in the APC that likes him. So if he can match him power for power, force for force, by aligning with a faction in APC, people that are loyal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that have the ears of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, trust me, it will give Fubara a lot of leverage, because in all these things, there are always political dimensions to it. And Fubara needs to play the politics and also fight the judicial battle strongly. If not, he will run into problem, and trust me, these guys will stop at nothing to make sure that they remove him from office. So I believe that if Fubara does these things that I've highlighted, definitely he can be able to tame Nyesom Wike. Because if Fubara does not do anything, if he's just busy making noise, trust me, these guys will remove him. Another thing is, he needs people to speak for him now. Both militant, non-militant, ex-militant, you understand? He needs people to speak for him. He needs those radical guys, you know, like Asari Dokubo, to speak up for him now. And you know that federal government does not joke with anything that will hinder oil exploration, because that's where the main money comes from. And Rivers State is an oil-rich state that has a lot of oil wells. Nigerian government is making millions of dollars from Rivers State, you know, almost every day. So if these militant guys can speak up for him strongly, definitely that will send cold shiver down the spine of the federal government that, okay, you don't want to give Rivers State money, there will be no money for you to share at the federal level. Then your body will calm down. Trust me, Nigerian government cannot afford that. So they will begin to kind of like dialogue. If not, Fubara may be a gun. I don't pray so, because I don't like Godfatherism. I believe Godfatherism is unhealthy for our democracy. I wish Fubara best of luck. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do well to subscribe. Do well to turn on your notification button. And of course, I have a lot of great videos coming for you. Till I see you again very soon. I'm not far from you. Catch up with my past videos as well. I have 2 other videos on this Rivers issue. I love you all sincerely.